Okay, we will start. Good morning to everyone. See, in the last class, we have started the lab programs. We have completed 1A program and 1B program. So today we will be discussing with respect to the second program. Second program is so simple program. Okay, we will be discussing today second lab program. This program is so simple. Okay, so what is this program says means develop, implement and execute a program using a Yak tool. So yes, tool Yak tool to recognize all the strings ending with B preceded by N a apostrophe s using the grammar a to the power n b. Note input n values. So what he has told me, he has given one particular grammar. So what is that particular grammar here? So he has given one particular grammar here. So what is that particular grammar means? It is a to the power n b grammar he has given. So I'll repeat once again. He has given a to the power n, a to the power n and b is the grammar he has given. He has given the grammar. So this is what the grammar he has given. So that is a to the power n and b to the power n. So basic string, if you are going to consider 1 means, so whenever my n value is equal to 1, so that I am going to get the string as what? A, B I will be getting. So 1A and 1B I am going to get. Same thing if I am going to get n is equal to 2, so that I am going to get the grammar as AAB. So if it is 3 means it is AAAB. So same thing if we will be giving the basic string, if n value is equal to 0, if I am going to give, so what I am going to get the basic string, I am going to get the basic string as B. I'll repeat once again. See in your question, once again. Those who are just now, I'll repeat it once again. Everyone listen here. Those who are joined just now. See, today we will be discussing the second lab program. So what is the lab program he has told? Develop, implement and execute a program using a Yak tool to recognize all strings ending with B preceded by N. So A apostrophe S using the grammar. He has given one particular grammar, which is that grammar A to the power N, B he has given. So N is nothing but your values. I'll repeat once again. A to the power N he has given. A to the power N. So this is what the grammar he has given. So A to the power N, A to the power n, b is given. So whenever my n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, I am going to get the string as what? I will be getting the string a, b. If it is n is equal to 1. Same thing if I am going to get n is equal to 2, what I am going to get a, b, I will be getting. Same thing if I am going to get n is equal to 0, I am going to get the basic string as what? B. That means that we need to have one B and you can have any number of A's you can have, but compulsory you need to have one B should be there. This is what the output you need to get. For example, if I'm going to give the output, for example, B, you will be getting the grammar is valid, you will be getting the output. For example, if you are going to give single B, the grammar is valid. For example, if you give only A, the grammar is invalid. Why? Because you need to have minimum one string as B you need to get. So if you are going to get only single A, it is not a valid string. For example, if I am going to give 2A, it is not a valid grammar. So 3A, it is not a valid grammar. So we need to check whether the given grammar is valid or not. That is what the output we need to check in this particular program. Program is so simple. What we need to do in this particular case, they have given a to the power n b. So we need to check whether it is a valid grammar or not. So the basic string, what you will be getting n is equal to 0. If you are going to get n is equal to 0, what is the basic string you will be getting? Minimum string you need to get at least b. So b is a valid string. Same thing if I am going to give n is equal to 1, so that I am going to get the string as what? AB. If I am going to give n is equal to 2, so what I am going to get the string AAB. So these are all valid string. These are all valid grammars. For invalid grammar, what you will be getting if you are going to get A? It is invalid grammar. If I am going to give A, 3s, you can give any number of A's. It is also invalid grammar. Why? Because one minimum string you need to have, that is B you need to have. This is what the thing we need to check in your output. So now we will start the program. So what is here told? Develop, implement and execute a Yak program. Execute a program using Yak tool. Whenever you are told Yak tool means we need to write Lex program also along with the Yak program. I'll repeat once again why we will be using Lex means. So Lex is mainly used to generate your input. So to read your input strings, we will be using the Lex tool. Why we will be using Yak tool means whatever the input they have read, whatever the input they have read, that input it has to execute. Read as well as execute, it will be performing in your Yak. Only read, it will be performing in your Lex part. So in this particular case, so we will be once again, so you need to write VIM. VIM is nothing but one editor we will be taking. So you can type the program to .l. This is what saving with respect to your Lex program. To save in your Lex program, you can use this particular save the program in Lex program. I will be using VIM. VIM is nothing but your editor. Program 2 is nothing but your file name. L is extension is nothing but your Lex part. This is what the thing I will be using. To save the program in your Lex, I will be typing VIM file name .l. Automatically one editor will be opening. In that particular editor, you will be typing the small program in your Lex part. Okay. So as usual, you know what we will be discussing in this particular program. So whatever the program you may do, we will be having a 3 section. One is your definition section, and one more is your rule section, and one more is your main section. So you'll be getting 3 important things you will be getting. So first part what we will be discussing, that is your definition section. So in the definition section, I told you that it will start with percentage symbol, flower bracket, percentage symbol, flower bracket, and we will be closing with respect to percentage symbol and flower bracket. In this particular case, we will be using hash include y.tab.h. So what is this y.tab.h it will do means, it is mainly used for communicating between Lex and Yak. For that particular case, I will be using y.tab.h to communicate between your Lex. So you will be writing 2 programs here, one small program in your Lex part and one more small program in your Yak part. So 2 different programs will be there. For 2 different programs, one editor I will be using, that is VIM. So VIM file name .l, that is your Lex program. VIM file name .y, that is your Yak program. So 2 different programs we will be keeping here with the 2 different files we will be keeping. So now first part we will be discussing with respect to your Lex part. So in this particular Lex part, as usual, this is your definition section. So I will be using in the definition section, you will be including your preprocessor, your declarations, everything that comes under your declaration part. So the next part what we will be discussing is your rule section. So this is your rule section. So this is your rule section. So in the rule section, as usual, you know, percentage to percentage symbol we will be using. So if you see this particular grammar in the question, he has told which are the variables he has taken, A and B has taken. If you see A and B is there, can you see you will be having 2 variables is there, one is A and one more is B. So that to return the A value, to encounter the characters A, I will be using your small a. To encounter the characters with respect to A, I will be using A, that will return your capital A. To encounter with respect to the characters B, I will be using the return B. So backslash n is mainly used for the encountering a new line character. So you can ask me, sir, why we have taken A and B? Since we need to check whether the grammar is valid or not. What is the grammar we have taken? A to the power n, B we have taken. In this particular grammar, we have taken 2 identifiers. Which are the 2 identifiers? So I have taken A and B. To recognize what is A character, I will be using A. To recognize the B characters, I will be using B here. So this completes your Yak part. So next I'll be moving to your Lex. This completes your Lex part. Next I'll be moving to your Yak part. So any doubts you got with respect to Lex, you can ask me. Or shall I move to Yak part? Understood? Shall I move to the Yak part? Shreya, Sai Pratima.
Yes, sir.
Shall I move to Yak?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next part what we will be discussing is your Yak part. So in the Yak part also you will be getting three important sections. One is your definition section. So this is what your definition section. So in the definition section what we will be discussing, we will be having the header files along with the declaration parts we will be having. So the next part is your rule section. This is your rule section. So in the rule section, we will be talking with respect to the conditions. So in the rule section, what we will be discussing, we will be discussing with respect to your conditions, with respect to your identifiers, or with respect to your operators, or with respect to your delimiters, which it has to be performed here. So in this particular case, I have taken percentage, that is token. What do you mean by token means sequence of characters. So whatever the characters you are going to take, that sequence of characters is nothing but your token we will be defining here. If you see in this particular grammar, we will be taking two identifiers, that is A and B. So in the previously in the lecture done A capital A. So that means that we will be encountering the A variables. B is nothing but it will be encountering your B variables it will be encountering. Next is input N printf successful grammar. We need to check whether the given grammar is successful, that is valid grammar or not. So to print that particular statement, I'll be using this particular grammar. Next, yes implies. So if you see in this particular case, you'll be getting two things. One is capital letters you will be getting and small letters you will be getting. One is capital letters. So what are the capital letters you got? A and B you got. Which are the small letters you got here? Small letters is your small letter is you have taken yes and yes one we have taken. That means that whatever the capital letters you have taken, the capital letters we used to say it as what? It is your non terminals part. So okay, whatever the capital letter you are going to get, this is your terminals. Further class I'll teach whenever I'm going to start with the this one compiler design. These are the non-terminals. So I think in the ATC also you come across terminals and non-terminals. So whatever the capital letters we will be representing, that capital letters we should say it as what terminal, and non-terminals we will be specifying. If you see the first grammar, what we have taken is S implies A, small S1 B. That means that we will be or B you will be getting. S1 is nothing but another one production to continue. I'll repeat once again. So S implies A, capital A, S1. S1 is nothing but a continuous of your production. If you see S1, you will be finding in the next line, you will be finding some semicolon or you will be finding A. That is nothing but continuation of your production we will be using in the middle case. So S1 is nothing but your continuation of your production. So S1 it can be nothing or it can be A. If you see in the next line, you will be getting what should be the S1 should be there. In the beginning, yes, you need to have. So you will be having S as A, S1 or B, or you can have B. That means that you can have any number of A's along with that one B you need to have. That is what the meaning. So in the S2 grammar, what he has told in the S2 grammar, once again. In the S2 grammar, there is a semicolon is there. Semicolon is nothing but nothing. Or in the simple case, I can tell it as what epsilon. So empty is nothing but your semicolon have taken. So you can take instead of semicolon, you can take epsilon value there. So the grammar you can produce. For example, if you see what is the grammar we have taken in this particular case, a to the power n b. That means that you can have single a, you can have two a's, or you can have three a's. So that a character is repeating. So only one B should be there. That's why we will be taking B part here. So that is what the grammar we will be looking in this particular two case. So next is nothing but your main program. In this particular main program, we will be checking whether the given grammar is valid or not. YY parts is there. If you see the YY parts, for what purpose we will be using YY parts means we will be we will be calling your Lex and app program. So we will be parsing that particular string and we will be checking the condition whether it is a valid grammar or not. If it is valid, I am going to print the message valid. So if it is not, you will be getting error. For example, I told you that if you are going to give the output only single A, it is not a valid grammar. So if you are going to give 2 A's, it is not a valid grammar. So like that, we will be checking the condition. In that particular case, if you are going to get the valid grammar, so it will be successful. You are going to get the message as successful grammar. If not, you will be getting unsuccessful grammar. So output you will be getting, for example, it is a to the power n b is there. So for example, if you are going to give b, you will be getting successful grammar. Example, if you are going to give A, B, I'll be getting successful messages grammar. Same thing, if I'm going to give A, I'm going to get error. So they will be getting two cases, one with respect to successful grammar and one more is with respect to your errors. This is nothing but your error part. Error is nothing but the grammar which is not valid, which are invalid grammar, it will be falling under the error cases. Which are valid grammar, we will be specifying and we will be checking the condition. YY part is nothing but it will check the condition. Whatever the condition previously we have done in your rule section, no, it will check all the conditions and it will be executing. So have you understood or shall I repeat this program once again? So simple grammar this program is. Have you understood or shall I repeat it once again? Priya DC, artha aitenama?
Yes, sir. Artha aitu.
What about Sai Pratima?
Yes, sir.
Supriya Raj, Vismita? Vivek?
Artha aitu, sir.
So one more thing I want to tell you that yesterday I sent you the link. Have you saw the video? I want response from your side. Sai Pratima ನೋಡ್ದೇನಮ್ಮ?
ಇಲ್ಲ
Sai
sir,
Pratima.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ busy ಇದ್ದೆ.
So
ಇವತ್ತು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ.
okay, anybody has saw the video? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Whatever the link I yesterday I sent in the second link, you will be having 1B program explanation. This program also explained is there. So once you go through the program, if you find any doubts, we will be discussing in your next week, that is Friday. So go through. So totally 3 programs are completed from the first program A as well as B, 1AB. Along with that second program have completed. So this program explanation is also there in the 1B. Whatever the second link I sent now, 1B explanation is there along with the second program explanation is there. Go through it once. If you find any difficulties, you can ask me on Monday. From Monday onwards, we'll start with the theory. From Monday to Thursday, first 5 or 10 minutes, I'll give the time. If you got any doubts with respect to the lab program, I'll clarify your doubts. Once you go through the video also. If you don't have any doubts, we'll start the theory from Monday. Okay, the small program is there. That's why I want to complete this program. So we will end the session off if you don't have any doubts. So any student, any doubts you got, you can ask me. Priyanka, Shirisha, Soumya, ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೇಯ.
ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಅದು S1 ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದಾ ಸರ್? ಲೈಕ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ S ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಆ ತರ.
ಹಂಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ತಗೊಬಹುದು. You should not take A and B. A and B already grammar define ಆಗಿದೆ. A and B ಬಿಟ್ಟು why we will be taking S is nothing but a start. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ನಾನು S ಇಂದ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎನಿ, ತಗೊಬಹುದು. So any other doubts you got? ಶ್ರೇಯಾ, ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯೇನಮ್ಮ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದೊಂದು ಡೌಟ್.
Okay, we will continue on Monday so that we have completed 2 lab programs. Next Friday, we will be continuing the next program. Go through the video. One request from my side is today at any cost, just to spend 5 to 10 minutes just to see the video. You will understand. If you get a don't, please delete that particular link. I'm telling you, it will be useful for your examination also. Further, if lockdown continues and finally if you got offline lab means, definitely that video link will be useful. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಉಪಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So for 5-10 minutes you go through that particular video. Once again I'm telling you that please go through the link of that particular video. Okay, once you find, if you find any doubts or if you find any step if you are not understood, you can ask me so that I'll explain. From Monday we will start with the theory topic. Okay, I'll stop here. Thank you for attending the class. We'll meet till Monday with the theory concept.